Her voice sounded like a musical instrument. She worked as a secretary. She was attacked by a lion while posing for photos. Unfortunately, she left this world early, but her music remains forever. Welcome everyone! The youngest of 8 children in a musical family, Minnie Julia Riperton, was an American singer who rose to prominence in the 1960s and 1970s. She was born on November 8, 1947 in Illinois, Chicago. From a very early age, she was introduced to the art of modern dance and ballet. Daughter of Daniel and Thelma Riperton, coming from an African-American family. A curiosity is that her ancestors belonged to a slave owner who spontaneously freed them almost 40 years before the Emancipation Proclamation of 1862, a fact that she was very proud of, and made her more firm in pursuit of her dreams and goals. Riperton received singing lessons, thus starting in the world of opera, practicing breathing and phrasing, emphasizing diction and vocal range, a method applied by Marion Jeffrey of the Abraham Lincoln Center School in Chicago, contrary to what was taught at the time for singers of opera. Jeffrey was so confident in her abilities that she strongly encouraged her to study the classics at Chicago's Junior Lyric Opera. However, Riperton, at a young age, developed a keen interest in soul, rhythm and blues and rock. Riperton took the lead position as lead singer in the girl group, The Gems, with some interesting songs like I Can't Help Myself from 1964, He Makes Me Feel So Good from 1965 on Chess Records. Unfortunately, the group was not very successful, but it served as a promising start to their career. The Gems then morphed into a backing ensemble called Studio 3, which provided backing harmonies for various artists, including Fontella Bass, with the 1965 single Rescue Me, and Etta James. In addition to working as a secretary at the Gems itself. Chess Record. During her participation in Studio 3, she successfully released the songs Lonely Girl and You Gave Me Soul under the pseudonym Andrea Davis. Riperton later became the lead singer of the psychedelic soul group Rotary Connection, and in 1967 released her debut album titled Cadet Concept, with the singles Amen and Lady Jane, which found a home on underground FM radio, but the group failed to make a good impression on mainstream channels. While at Rotary Connection, she met composer Richard Rudolph, whom she married in 1969. Together they had a son named Mark, and a daughter, Maya Rudolph, who would later become a comedian on Saturday Night Live, and on Film Away We Go, among other works, in addition to also singing some songs in honor of his mother in his presentations. In 1970, Riperton released his debut solo album, titled Come to My Garden, on the GRT Records label. On the night of December 26, 1970, she was introduced by Ramsey Lewis as a solo artist at the renowned London House in Chicago. Although the album did not achieve great commercial success, it was nevertheless widely acclaimed by music critics as a masterpiece. The band Rotary Connection dissolved for good in 1971, after the album Hey Love, so the couple Riperton and Rudolph decided to take a gap year in Florida before moving to Los Angeles, where she sang in Fulfilling This First Finale, by Stevie Wonder. So she was part of Stevie Wonder's backing band Wonder Love, where he would later also produce along with her husband Rudolph, their next album, 1974's Perfect Angel, which featured their most successful single, Lovin' You.
'Cause loving you is easy 'cause you're beautiful.
The song was written in partnership with Rudolph. When she put her daughter Maya to sleep, therefore her favorite lullaby, with just the melody, in order to distract Maya, so much so that in the original version the singer pronounces her daughter's name several times.
Maya, 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 Maya.
This song would later become the biggest hit of his career, one of the most played songs in the world to date, both in movies, commercials, weddings. Truly an eternal song, where it topped the Billboard pop chart in the spring of 1975. Also it peaked at number 3 on the R&B singles chart, meaning rhythm and blues, and number 2 in the United Kingdom. Other songs also stood out, such as Reasons, Seen You This Way, and Perfect Angel.
Reasons for my life, I'm buried in deep places. See you this way, it makes me feel so happy. Perfect angel, I think you are.
In the same year of 1975, Minnie Riperton's third studio album, Adventures in Paradise, was released and was produced by Stuart Levine, where Leon co-wrote in partnership with Rudolph and Riperton the title song, Adventures in Paradise.
I believe I am free, let it free me.
Single also written by the trio was called Inside My Love and would become a classic of soul music, and was her last song to enter the Billboard Hot 100 with position 76. However, it stayed at number 26 on the Billboard year-end.
Inside each other, you can see inside me.
Second song was Simple Things, written by the couple.
Simple things, the lovely simple things.
From the image on the cover of the album, did you notice that there is a lion together with the correct Riperton? Well, it was not easy to take this photo. I would say that it was something extremely risky, because the lion attacks her with its claws, causing a few scratches. Nothing too serious, but a big scare for everyone. Some say he was just joking, but would you trust that lion's playful gesture? Comment there. In 1977, Stay in Love would become Minnie Riperton's fourth solo album, which was packaged by the hit Young, Willing and Able. Wouldn't matter where you are.
Just say you want me to, and I'll supply for you. No matter where you are, you could even try to hide it.
And a Stevie Wonder collaboration on the song Stick Together.
Even let's stick together.
During her appearance on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, Riperton shared that she had recently had breast removal surgery due to breast cancer. At the time of diagnosis, the cancer had already spread to the lymphatic system, and doctors estimated that she had only about 6 months to live. Even in the face of this situation, she decided to continue her tours in 1977 and 1978, as well as assuming the role of national spokesperson for the American Cancer Society during the 1978 to 1979 campaign. The fifth and final album, entitled Minnie, was also the first album for Capitol Records for Minnie's discography, formerly on Epic Records, which is currently Sony/BMG. The top songs were Memory Lane and Lover and Friend, sequentially positioned 16 and 20 on Billboard.
Back down memory lane, see us standing there, such a happy, happy pair. It's time to love begin. It's you, walk right on in.
The album was recorded with great difficulty and with some breaks between each session, as the cancer had already proliferated, greatly affecting Riperton's health. One of his last appearances was the 1979 Mike Douglas show, where his cancer was so advanced that it attacked his right arm that he remained immobile throughout the performance. Days later, Minnie Riperton was admitted to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles, died in her husband's arms on July 12, 1979, and was buried in Westwood Village Memorial Park Cemetery, in Los Angeles, USA. In her epitaph it says, in part, "Loving you is easy because you are beautiful." In order to complete their incomplete, unfinished songs, Progress was made on the sixth album, called Love Lives Forever. Rudolph reunites with Stevie Wonder, and summons some artists of the time such as Peabo Bryson, which in turn resulted in a Grammy nomination, with the song Here We Go in a duet with Roberta Flack.
Except me and you.
In addition to from other guests such as George Benson performing You Take My Breath Away, Michael Jackson in I'm in Love Again, and Patrice Rushen the Song of Life, La La La.
Hello, goodbye, aside, and I love you.
Was the ocean blue? Love again, love again. La la la, la la la. Come sing the song of life.
Interestingly, Riperton was dubbed by critics as a coloratura sopranino due to her astonishing ability to execute ornate vocalizations, a 5-octave soprano range, causing some people to mistakenly attribute the sounds produced by her to instruments, where in reality she was her own voice, because when Riperton worked as a secretary at Chess Records, she used to practice the imitations of the instrumental sections of the strings like guitar, violin, and mainly the flute besides other instruments. Mariah Carey has acknowledged that she was highly influenced by Riperton's impressive reach above the scale, a place few can reach. My friends, I hope you enjoyed this little tribute. Don't forget to share the video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Stay with God until next time.